Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This channel, Avid Science, is all about trying to learn basic concepts of science by practicing a lot of questions. In this video, we are going to solve this question on Leetcode regarding find users with persistent behavior patterns. The difficulty level of this question is hard, and I'm going to share the SQL schema as well as the Panda schema in the description box below. Okay, the question reads: we are given a table called activity with three different columns: user ID, action date, and action. Combined columns user ID, action date, and action is the primary key that is unique value for this table. Each row represents a user performing a specific action on a given date. We are asked to write a solution to identify behaviorally stable users based on the following definition. A user is considered behaviorally stable if there exists a sequence of at least 5 consecutive days such that the user performed exactly one action per day during that period. The action is the same on all those consecutive days. If a user has multiple qualifying sequences, only consider the sequence with the maximum length. Return the result table ordered by streak length in descending order and then by user ID in ascending order. Okay, let's go to the example. Here we have user ID 1. We have 6 different entries for them. And if we look at 5 consecutive days, so January 1st, 2024 to 5th of January 2024, same activity has been performed by the user, that is login. So user ID 1 should be in the output. Similarly, we can go ahead and do that for other users as well. So that is what we have in our output. So user ID 1, login is the action, and streak length is fine, start date and end date. Okay. So to solve this question, the first thing that we need to make sure is that we have only those users where 5 consecutive days data is present and the user has performed the same action in those 5 consecutive days, at least 5 consecutive days. So what we are going to do is, let us for every user ID and action rank based on the action date. So what we are going to do is, from this table called activity, let us return everything, and then what we are going to do is we are going to rank, so row number, and then since this is a window function, we are need to write the over clause, so over partition by user ID and then action, and we are going to order by action date in ascending order, and let's alias this as rank. I'm going to share like why I am doing this, because it will help us to determine the consecutive days. So if I run this, now what we have here is, you have for every user ID and action, what is the ranks associated. Now what we can do is, so you can see for user ID 1, as the action changes, your rank also starts from 1. So now what we are going to do is, if these dates are consecutive, the difference between the action date and the rank is going to be the same date, right? So because if you subtract 1st of January 2024 and 1 day from that, and from 2nd of January 2024 you subtract 2 days, you are ultimately going to land on the same date. And that is how we are going to calculate the consecutive days. So let's save this entire thing in a common table expression. So with CTE as, this entire thing goes into parentheses, and now from this common table expression, what we are going to do is we are going to calculate that difference. So return me everything what we have in the common table expression, and then basically action date minus interval, the number of days in the rank, so interval rank day, and let's alias this entire thing as difference, right? So as diff, let me go ahead and run this again. Let's see what do we get in our output. Now if you look at this, let me just drag it to the left. So here what we have is, for the same user ID and action, if the dates are consecutive, you see like you land on the same difference. Now we can use this difference to actually keep only those rows where the user ID and the action are at least 5 or more, because that is what we have defined in the question. So let's save this entire thing into another common table expression, CTE2 as, this entire thing goes into parentheses as well. And then what we are going to do is, from this common table expression 2, let us group by the difference then user ID and action. And since we are only going to use difference to actually get the group so that we can filter for only those users and actions that have at least 5 consecutive days worth of data. So we don't need to return the difference. We can return the user ID and action. And then if you count the number of rows in this, that is going to be the streak length, because that is one of the columns that we want in here, right? Streak length. So what we are going to do is count star as streak length. And then we also need to get the start date of the streak and end date of the streak. So if we do the minimum of action date as start date and maximum of action date, and that will be aliased as the end date. Okay, so if I go ahead and run this, what is this going to give us? So for every user ID and action, it is going to give us the streak length, start date and end date. However, as the question has mentioned, that we are only considered about those actions for a particular user, we have data for at least 5 consecutive days. That means streak length is at least 5 or more. So we can filter. Now the filtering needs to be done based on an aggregate value, that is count star. So we need to use the having clause. So having this count star greater than equal to 5. Let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So now what we have is for every user ID and action, at least 5 or more streak length. Now we also need to make sure that it is possible that a particular user has multiple qualifying sequences, right? So we only need to consider the sequence with the maximum length. So basically now we need to, for every user ID and action, also rank based on the streak length in descending order and only keep those where rank equal to 1. So either you can save this entire thing in another common table expression, or you can do the same thing in here as well. So what I'm going to do is, let's use the row number function again. So since this is a window function, you need to write the over clause, and then you basically do partition by the user ID and the action, and then order by the streak length, which is basically count star in decreasing manner, and let's alias this entire thing as, let's say, rank 2. Now if I go ahead and run this, let's see what do we get in our output. So here it is going to be rank equal to 1 and 1, because we only have 1 for each of the users and action. Now once we have this data in the format that we want, we can save that in another common table expression, let's say CTE3, as this entire thing goes into parentheses as well. And now what we are going to do is, we are only going to keep the desired output. So from CTE3, where your rank 2 is equal to 1, so only keep the one with the maximum length or maximum streak length. In the output, what do we want? We want 5 different columns, user ID. So return me user ID, action, streak length, then start date and end date. Okay, and this needs to be sorted in a certain way as well. So if you look at this, return by streak length in descending order. So let us do order by streak length in descending order, and then by user ID in ascending order. Okay, let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So yeah, this is accepted. If we look at our output is exactly same as expected output. Let me go ahead and submit to see if passed all the test cases or not. So yeah, this is accepted, and this is how we do it. So yeah, tricky question. What we basically had to do was, firstly, we gave the rank based on every user ID and action ordered by action date, because we are going to use that rank to calculate the difference. And our logic here is that if you have consecutive dates arranged in ascending order, and if you subtract those ranks from those dates, if the dates are consecutive, we are going to end up at the same date, and which we are calling the difference. Then we are using that difference and grouping by the user ID and action to make sure that we have the streak length, start and end dates. And then we only kept those streak lengths where you have 5 or more, and then we also ranked based on the user ID and action, because it is possible for a particular user to have multiple actions that satisfy all the conditions mentioned in the question. Once we had that, then we only kept the one with the maximum streak length. That is what this signifies. And then we return the required columns as in the required sorted manner that the question asked us to do. So yeah, this is how we do it. Let me know if there's a better, more efficient to solve this question. Let the solution be in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.